in the morning. That's the thing. It didn't take me an hour. It took me about half an hour. So I'd go down there, lay the track. Okay, I'm done with that bit. And then lunchtime, I'd go down for half an hour, lay the next bit. Then in the evening, I'd go down, lay the last bit for the day. So I'd get about 9 foot of track laid. So it wasn't slow. Now, let's do, should we do an estimate? How much do I need? Cultivating is going, mowing is going. I am going to park this right here. You're doing. And you need to go to the store, so what I need to do is figure out, this is the field. It does say that that bit there needs to be. This is fully fertilized though. That's awesome. What is this? This is needs rolled. Yeah. But I need to plant that before I roll it. I would say Can I get 4 pallets? I don't think I need that many. I mean, we did all of this amount with 8. Might only need 2. I'm going to get 4 because we can always use more lime next year, the year after, something. I'm going to need to open the gate, aren't I? Yes. I mean, one thing's for sure, we do have more than enough seeds to plant every single field, and probably other people's. So that's fine. We do not have enough solid fertilizer, however. What do you reckon? I buy 2 pallets of solid fertilizer, 4 pallets of lime. That might work. I'm not going to be able to use our planter on that field that I'm just liming because it's fully fertilized. And workers will not run my planter if it's not loaded with fertilizer. Which is unfortunate. Okay. So, another little drive down to the store again, I guess. But yeah, we'll get 2 bags of solid fertilizer so that we can put that in the seeder. Actually, we can put that in the tank on the front of the seeder, and it'll fertilize our fields as we plant them. How are we doing? 2:30. Oops, excuse me while I drive off the field. Okay, it's coming up on 10 after 11. I might run a little bit longer than normal today. Normally around 11-ish, I start thinking about needing to feed and have you, and if the kids are around, it's just, yeah, I've made them sit silently for long enough. I should probably stop, but as I said, they're up with Grandma, so in the Upper Peninsula. I don't know if it's the Upper Peninsula or just up there to the top of the main body of Michigan. So don't have them, getting antsy. We've been sitting around quiet because you're streaming and it's just getting too much of a strain. So, okay. So, I'll probably run a little bit closer to midday. Obviously, we've got the cultivating's happening, and I can't do much about that. The lime is almost finished. The mowing is done, by the looks of it. I'm going to have to go back to that field and finish off the gaps. Then we'll load up the windrower and get that done too with a worker. Potentially by the time we get the liming done, I think. Okay. Yeah, by the time we get the liming done, we might be able to take the Deutz out with the baler and start baling some of those fields. Okay, this is liquid fertilizer, this is solid fertilizer. This is solid fertilizer, this is solid fertilizer. This is 750 litres. This is 1,000. That is 1,000. Is there another solid fertilizer pallet? No, I don't have the other solid fertilizer pallet. So this is 200 per... No. And this is 1,000 is 1.9. I think this works out cheaper. We will get 2 of those, I said. Okay. Oh, sorry. This time, I'm going to try and load it from this side. Actually, this is a horrible... oh, I should not have done that. This is a really bad position for the trailer to be. That's okay. We'll do what we can, I guess. Since I knocked those 2, I'll try and get these this way round. Oops. Lift that up a bit more. Been a good week for cutting the grass by the sounds of it. Our neighbour across the way is doing his now. Okay, that is there. A little bit more and down. See if I can get out of there without disrupting it. We did. Next one. Indeed. I mean, I know a lot of the time on a Saturday I will do auto load if I have it enabled, or I'll buy an auto load trailer because this thing is, it's just easier to do it, and I don't, I'm a little bit conscientious about I'm spending 20 minutes loading up a trailer with pallets or bales, and it's not the most exciting of jobs you can do, but at least doing it every so often does mean. Now there's my normal problem. Oops. But when auto load isn't available, you can actually do it. Okay, we'll grab the other two. I will clip that, drop it back in our little green tractor, and go and get the next two. Back in Farm Sim 17, I did every so often, I wasn't streaming. I think it was before I even started streaming. But I looked at some open server multiplayer servers. And I played a couple of sessions on the Sosnovka map. I have no idea who owned the server or what. And I spent my time, someone had left bales on a field. And so what I decided, since they had a flatbed trailer, I took the flatbed trailer out there and I just stacked bales on the trailer. Now this was back in the days of Farm Sim 17, where stacking bales was sometimes a battle of frustration, because the bales just, they blew up. You strap them down and they'd start dancing and jig and just crazy physics. But things have come a long way since then. You still occasionally get the odd stacking glitch, but it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. I must have stacked that trailer about 3 times and then got frustrated. When I came back the next time, it was like, somebody else has dealt with the bales. But because I didn't have admin access or owner access to the server, I couldn't go out and buy, let's just buy a bale stacker and I can pick them up and do things with them easily. Although we found out on Maypole, having a bale stacker, not always a good thing. Sometimes your bales would just go into orbit or turn into a giant Ghostbusters monster. Careful, careful, we're out. I think I can snap that on, and we'll grab the last two. And we'll still carry on going backwards. So, what's going on? We have the big green tractor is still cultivating, 34% done. That's good. And the mower is done. We have to go and deal with the mowing. I think possibly once I have this trailer loaded, we'll go deal with the mowing and get that tractor onto Teddy. No. Oh, windrowing. And then we'll haul this load back to the farm. Okay, that's one. And you know what I should have done? I should have actually put that on the left edge of the trailer, because what I'm looking at here is I could just, if I positioned it right, I could just scoop that up and load it on this side. I can't because I'm an idiot. So, we got a lot of green tractors from this dealership, which has a preference for blue. But then all of our tractors are used. I suppose what I could do is if I buy a new tractor, we get a blue one. If I buy a used tractor, we get whatever colour it comes in. Just a thought. Okay, back that in there, connect that up, strap the things down, and I'm going to turn that off for a minute. And not you. Engine. Let's have a look at... Well, stone me. He's actually done a fairly good job. I'm going to go and get that bit there. Zoop. Done. Okay, let's get this bag out of here. Go this side of the trees. It's a little bit easier. Hope we don't crack the concrete patio. Oh, this is... That spawn point is not the greatest position. I think what we can do here, I will clean the mower because we haven't cleaned that in an age, and this is the last time we need the mower this year, unless I do a mowing contract. But for our farm, this is the last time I need the mower, so I'll get that cleaned off. Okay. We can pack that in there. Blur. Graphical blur. There. Now. I'm not sure if that goes on the front or the back, to be honest. I think it goes on the front. Let's turn it around. I'm not sure if the worker likes it on the front or the back either, so all good questions. Oops. So let's back that out of there. I think I'll give it a try by turning the lights on. Yeah, those are white lights on the front, so that's supposed to be front mounted, and I think I'm going to do the field closest to the sheep. Reason for that is because sheep have 700 litres of grass left, so we're going to need to get that done, and it's just easier to haul it out of this field. So, worker, go. Don't know where you're going to go, what you're going to do, but I'm sure you can figure it all out. What are you doing? Okay. Okay, well, he's doing his thing, I guess. We can take this guy back to the farm. Yeehaw. So yeah, probably won't see it on camera this week, but I will wrap all of the bales, before they start fermenting, I will take some of the wrapped bales from the fields that we're currently rowing and drop them off for the sheep. We've got 30 sheep now and potentially getting close to 20 goats. Maybe more. Maybe I'm completely misremembering what we've got in the way of animals. Animals we have 20 goats and 60 sheep. So we are going through food rather quickly now. However, in theory, what I could do is start selling off sheep and just keep us at a batch of 20. That might be a wise plan for the farm. Because, like I said, there's nowhere we can sell bales of wool. There's nowhere I can put a big... at least, right, the land I own, there is nowhere I can put a spinnery. So that's kind of a problem. But I think we figured out that little shed of a spinnery, even working at 3 times production rate, is woefully inadequate for 20 sheep. And we've now got 60 sheep. I've got to come up with some way of dealing with this wool. I could look for a wool sell point that I can just add to the map so that I can at least sell the wool somewhere. But right now there is no wool sell point, so I have to process it. And we've had this running for an entire year, and we still haven't produced a pallet of linen. So whatever it is, linen, fabric. Is it fabric? Might be fabric. But yeah, so we're going to have to accelerate that somewhere along the lines. Also not sure how we're doing with our honey production either, because I bought this farmhouse here on the right, and there are a couple of beehives along the back there which have been producing honey, and every so often I go over there and grab the honey and sell it, but it's sort of not a common thing that I get done. So what have we got running? We've got... the class Arian is still... Oh, that's because it's windrowing now. It's not mowing. That's good. No worries there. Cultivating 55% done. 32,000 money. Now the good news is I do have all of the seeds that I need. I'm pretty certain I've got more than enough seeds to plant in all 4 of these fields now. Let's park on the grass. Squeak. Turn that off and start this up. Okay, again, I might not. Well, I think while we're on this side, pulling the stuff from this side, I can actually fill up the entire set of tanks on this. And fill them back up too. So the other option for sprayers, sometimes... For the longest time, I don't even have it. I used the orange set, rear tank, front tank, and that's cool. Can't afford that. I stuck that on a Massey Ferguson. Because I don't, yeah, this tractor's a little bit like that, but these tanks are. We're starting to get to a point where this tractor might need to go. It was good for now because it was incredibly cheap, like I think less than 50,000 because we bought it used, and just yeah, it does all your fertilizing needs, all your herbicide needs, and with liquid lime it does all your liming needs, so you didn't need to spend excessive amounts of cash on lots of stuff. Now we have 132,000 litres of sorghum in the farm, so that's going to sell in December, January, and possibly another 100,000 in money. We just bought the big field. So, or this big field that we're sitting on right now. We just bought this one. So, I don't plan on any further land purchase. Although that said, I could, those two down at the lake, I could think about buying those two for more arable purposes. Again, I'm probably going to do sorghum until we've finished the achievement for selling. I'm not sure if it's selling sorghum or harvesting sorghum, but it's 500,000 litres. And I think we've done about 160,000 litres from the 3 fields that we have. So potentially we'll get 200,000 this year if I don't buy any more land, and then another 200,000 will put us, so 2 more years of sorghum planting, we should make it to get the sorghum achievement. Yeehaw! And we're out of line again. I've got 2 rows and a tiny bit. I'll adjust the spray for that last bit. Okay, so moves in, do that again. And rear tank done. I might start thinking about expanding our equipment, getting a new tractor. See what we can find. If I can get up to 250 horsepower, that would give us a larger, the ability to use larger equipment. Not that we have any serious need to.